Hunting After Dark is sponsored by Feral Texas Outdoors, thermal and night vision optic. Hey guys, it's Jason Price here with the Hunting After Dark podcast, and of course my co-host here, Justin Rumley. We have a special episode here. Feral Texas Outdoors is our main sponsor, of course, which is the company we work for, and we have brand new product releases here in the store. So we have the boxes, we have the shipments right here, and we are going to do a real unboxing, hot off the press, right here, guys. These products are available right now to order, and these are new products by Infrared Outdoor. Infrared Outdoor has 3 new products that we're going to go through. That will be the...
I've got the RL25 over here.
You got the RL25. I've got the RH25, and then we have the RL42R. And we're excited about that. Now, this is our first time we've ever done like a live video on Facebook. And so we've also got our regular podcast going on right now, so we're kind of dual recording.
Yeah,
so
please,
kind of
please
bear with us with the
comments,
technical issues.
Yeah,
Jessica, I think, is checking our audio on our Facebook Live. That way, when we post this later, you're getting this a little bit quicker than what we can put the podcast out for.
Yep.
But I don't know, I might have it within 24 hours. But we know a lot of guys are very, very curious what these units look like, what they're going to come in these boxes. So we're going to get into it right now, and of course, kind of put our 2 cents in them because we kind of got to look at a couple of these already. So we're going to be picking our 2 cents into what these things are going to do.
Open them up, pulling the plastic straight off of them, opening the box, see what's inside them, see what they're including now, and give you a brief look at them before, if you want one, of course, place your order and get you one. But yeah, we'll definitely break it down for you here, show you what's included in the boxes, and just give you a brief rundown on them. We got extra in there.
Oh, yeah, we do. We got a couple extra here.
Yeah, if anybody needs RH50R, we got a fresh shipment in here, so yeah, go ahead and put your order in for one. This one can be yours today. I'll package that up myself and, hand it to the UPS man himself.
Well, this is the RL42R. You said RH50R, which we do have those too.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm getting myself confused.
The boxes are exactly the same, and literally on the front, I think it does say like both of the models are on here in this family and line series, these Mark IIs.
Looky there.
We're going to have to make sure these boxes are on different ends of the shelves.
Yeah, we're going to have to separate them, one on one end, one on the other end, because there is no difference in packaging, anything. They all look very, very similar.
If this is loud, I'm gonna lean forward.
You need the box cutter?
I'm going to move my mic out of the way. Yeah.
I always keep the infamous box cutter on me for some reason.
In case he's got to cut somebody.
Yeah, there's a lot of boxes coming in and out of here, so I like to keep it on me.
Some unruly customers.
Yeah, absolutely. Swipe them across the cheeks with it. Always remember me. Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm gonna cut myself, dude. Here you go.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and put this up. Yeah, but it's crazy on how similar the packaging is. I mean, I don't even think they changed the picture up on the front. I think it still looks as it was the original picture when they put it out on the RH50R. So let's see what we got here in this box here on the RL42R.
All right, I don't want to mess up on the pricing. So RL42R, what are we looking at? I got our final pricing that we came down to here. I'm going to have Jess double check.
Yeah, I mean,
I've got the other 2 down. This one, I'm like, I got to make sure. If I say the wrong price, someone will just skewer
somebody's going to, yes, because here on our last couple podcasts we've done some giveaways, so they're going to think it's going to be a giveaway special if we just throw a number.
What was that? $34.99 for the RL42R.
Yep, and that's not a podcast special or anything. That is the price point that it's stuck at, so that's the price you'll pay.
So you got this nice soft case here, and then we've got a box that is holding. Sorry if this kind of blows out our mic. That's got your charging dock.
Yep.
For your battery, and then just your cord. Your cord in there.
Just a cord with the.
Nothing special in the little black box over here on the side.
I mean, it's so big for no reason. They don't put nothing in there good.
No goodies in there?
No.
All right, so we got our soft case. So
we're getting to the good part now. Let's see what we got in here.
All right, got the instruction manual that nobody looks at. We got that right here.
Yeah, they rather just call and ask questions and look through the manual. But that's
you buy it from Feral Texas Outdoors, you can call all you want and ask questions.
I agree.
Warranty card. Then we've got a magnetic charging cable, because we do have magnetic ports and USB-C.
Yep.
They've got some little hot hands deal in here. Of course, your little cloth. And this unit does come with 2 batteries. So you can see here's your unit, and then there's your second battery.
Already has one in it.
And already got one right inside.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool.
So if everybody's familiar with the RH50R, seeing down the sensor here, the 42 is what this one is. So it's a little bit smaller. It doesn't look like it, but when you really get to looking,
Yeah.
it is a little bit smaller. I mean, it is hard to tell these models apart. So if you had two side by side, you wouldn't even be able to tell unless you look at the writing right here.
The fine print,
Yeah,
that's
fine
where
print,
that's
right.
what always makes the difference there. You read the fine print, you'll catch the catch.
Yeah, and then of course we still have the same zooming mechanism here with the little variable, kind of like the little variable dial on
The
there.
shark fin up there.
Yeah, and then a magnetic charging port, which you pop that open, and your USB-C here on the side, and the mount, dual lever locking mount, return to zero mount on there. This worked really good on my RH50R, especially when it fell off of my buggy.
You've got a good story behind yours, so yeah. We'll let you vouch for that mount there.
All right, so we'll.
That's a rabbit hole.
Infrared Outdoor is very aware of what I did to this scope. They got to come see it this week, and were laughing at me hysterically, and so I got to embarrass myself a little bit. So my unit, we left it on top of the roof. We called. We were in a hurry. We get down from the high rack. Like, give me, we hurry down. We're gonna go out. We're gonna get out of this property. We drove 200 yards off that property through a hilly terrain.
Yeah. We went off into some crazy stuff and nothing happened.
Yeah, I had so I had the gun here. I'll let you hold the unit and tell the story. That's a hand talker here. Unit is sitting on my gun on top of the cab on the roof, and we drove all through this field, at least 200 yards. Got on a roadway to go drive to another property, and it went off. We got up to about 30 miles an hour, and we started going down a little low spot. Skid right off the top of the roof, right onto the asphalt. And the only way I think that it probably survived is I think it landed and hit the mag first, because that thing exploded. The mag hit, blew everything out, and then just road rashed all down the side of that scope. But my RH50R still works, still did all the field tests with it, messed up, road rashed all down the side, and the mount still held zero.
Yeah, that's what I call tried and true. I mean, you're standing behind your mount 100%.
Field tested, idiot approved right here, guys. So I do not expect the performance to be any different here with our RL42R laser rangefinder built in. Mm-hmm. That thing is probably one of the more badass laser rangefinders.
I mean, look how sleek it is. I mean, it's very, very flush with the gun.
Nothing to catch.
With the actual scope itself. I mean, the likelihood of this getting caught on anything is very low. I mean, like I said, it's a very compact LRF just off to the side here. And it works very well. We've had zero complaints about it. I've ran it myself. Not this model yet. That's to be to come. But back to
you gonna run it tonight?
Yeah, the RH50R is the same rangefinder setup, and it's worked phenomenal. So we expect the same results from the RL42R itself.
Yeah, and so we're looking still at a 4-base mag, 12 micron sensor, 42 millimeter sensor on there,
384 resolution.
384.
Yep.
Video, audio, Wi-Fi, all your major features are still in this scope. Yep. Just in that 384, we're looking at $2,000 difference, $3,500 versus $5,500 for the RH50R. So you guys are looking for a 384 with a laser rangefinder and a very, very awesome image quality. Look no further than the RL42, guys, and we'll be putting footage of this unit out here really quickly. We're curious to see how this one's going to come out in the market, because the RL42, just in the Mark I, was a big popular unit when they first released. I mean, I remember buying RH50s and RL42Rs when Infrared Outdoor first started. And
that's pretty cool,
it was a pretty wild time. The guys loved those things. And if you loved those scopes before, if you loved that RL42 and that was one of your favorite scopes, this one will make you fall back in love with that RL42.
Yeah, you're going to go. This is just, a big upgrade from the original version. So if you were a fanboy of the RL42 back in its early days, I would hop back on that, because this one's definitely going to be one to impress you if you're already impressed with the RL42.
All right, man. I'm gonna give the next one up to you, man.
Yeah, let me get situated.
I'll clean up the mess here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of set that one up a little bit there for everybody to kind of see how similar that box is. Oh my god.
So maybe I should move it over here. I'll help you.
No, we got kind of a square style box here. Let me get the So they include the 4-in-1 features on the front of the box. It says 4-in-1 can be used as a handheld, standalone, helmet, or a clip-on. So that's pretty cool. That's different compared to their older design on their box and advertisement, kind of.
Yeah, because the RL42 now is going to be a 1 base mag versus 2.
Yeah.
And it's now going to have the clip-on feature. We had so many people call us from the original RL25 wanting that clip-on feature, and we're like, sorry, it's only in the RH25. So that is not the case anymore. If you're looking for a 3D4 multi-roll unit, it is now available here with the RL25.
Look at here. You got your hard plastic case that it comes with.
Oh, dang, that's fancy over here now.
Nothing else in the box here, so we'll go ahead and put this off to the side.
If you feel like it's Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, oh my God, you know, there's always good things inside a hard plastic case. So let's get this thing opened up here.
I feel like it should be holding gold bars in there.
Yeah, here, I mean, the manual, like we said, nobody likes to read, but call Feral Texas Outdoors. We can always get you set up with any questions. We got dual bay 18650 charger here. What else we got? We got the wall outlet plug for your USB end of your charging cable. Then we've got they included the eye cup with it as well. Then we got here.
How's that eye cup look? It's a little shorter, a little different than the other one, isn't
It's actually very different.
Yeah. So if you can see this, guys, I'll try to see if we can get here a little closer.
So let's see.
It kind of looks closer to like a PVS 14 style eyepiece, so it's not as long as that original one was.
Yeah. Okay. And then we got a kind of like a throw lever style for the front of the focus ring here.
Yeah, those cattail levers, you know, there was so many guys that were ordering those for their V1s.
Yeah, so that's going to be a new feature that they added into there.
So these are all included in the standard package.
Yep, and then the additional battery battery lid that you've got there, so you do have an additional one there.
Yeah, because not all 18650s are the same, so no, they are still including the 2 different battery cap types for longer and shorter 18650s, so that you guys will be able to use those, that maybe some that you have at home.
And they're still including 2 of the rechargeable Nightcore 18650 batteries, so you're getting 2 of these. So out of the box, just know you're getting 2 18650s that are rechargeable, and you do get the charger as well. And then let's get to what's inside the little baggie here. I want to say it's going to be the mounting, the little QD mount that they.
I bet you it's a remote. No.
You think so? You think it's a remote?
Oh,
I see some Velcro. I see some Velcro here. Maybe, you never know. Oh, you're right. It's a dang remote.
So you got that thing remotely done. I think I've got some ideas what to do with that remote.
Yeah,
I mean that didn't sound. That didn't sound right at all.
What are you planning on doing with that remote, man?
Remote recording, guys. Remote recording.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do with it? So yeah,
Action star.
The buttons here. We got a power button. Looks like we got a menu button. We got a camera button that would allow you to start video recording or take a picture. And then we've got what looks like a brightness button on there, so you can turn up the brightness on your unit as well.
And that dial turns, doesn't it? So it's probably zooming up and zooming down.
Yep. So it's
that's gonna be cool.
So that's going to be a pretty cool feature that they're including now in the V2s. So get a little bonus on what's going to be coming for them. And then they give you some Velcro straps that looks like you can Velcro to maybe a tripod, high rack, something so you don't lose it. What else we got here? We got the hardware for the mounting system.
Yep. RL25 V2 has video and audio capability. It does Wi-Fi stream, and there should be a USB-C. There it is right there.
Yep, we got the little USB-C cord here.
So that's going to be, you're going to be able to do your data and your power from the USB-C now. They don't have like that little 9-pin connector that no one could use with the helmet setup. So if you're running external power to an RL25, you're able to do that now.
Yep, so here we are. We finally got the unit out of the box. It has I
like that secondary eye cup better than the one they got on it.
Yeah, the secondary eye cup's more like your traditional eye cup here. Yeah, I actually like that.
Yeah, so I guess if you just dedicated weapon style, that longer eye cup's probably the better way to go.
Yeah, and then they have upgraded the standard mount that it comes with. I know the standard mount that the old V1s came with wasn't very useful in a sense. A lot of guys like to automatically upgrade to the pigtail and the MQD mount. So this one essentially, yes, it sits a little bit higher, so you can almost use it as a riser mount. But what's cool about it is the bottom has a QD style mount, so you can essentially use, if all you're wanting to do is use this, let's say as a dedicated scope or a monocular, the standard mount would work just fine with it. So there's no rhyme or reason to really upgrade aside from that if you're just using it as a dedicated or a monocular. But this is still compatible with the pigtail and the MQD mounting system from American Defense, so that will work.
Yeah, you just have to take off that standard mount.
Yep.
Yeah, because the standard mount before was those thumb screw mounts, was what came in those boxes on the V1s.
Yes, and it wasn't very impressive. So they have definitely upgraded now with the standard mount being a single lever QD style mount that you get straight out of the box. But like I said, you are still compatible with the pigtail for helmet mounting options and the American Defense MQD mount if you're wanting to use it as like a clip-on or dedicated scope. So you can definitely still upgrade the mounting system here, but the mount that it does come with is awesome.
So like this is the pigtail mount. So you got your pigtail mount here, mounted up to an original one. Those original ones, like if you have older ones, and you can still use those accessories with the V2s, just like your ADM mount here.
Yep.
You're wanting to upgrade. That's what you can use here on the V2 still.
Yep. So, like I said, standard mount that the RL25 is coming with now, very impressive. I would definitely take a look at this if you can. Swing by the retail store, take a look at it before you consider upgrading to the pigtail and MQD mount. But like I said, it's still an option.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I didn't check here. Let's just check. I mean, just got a V1 here. Let's mount it up real quick. I was going to check the height on this because I know a million people are going to ask this, the height, which one's higher. But looking at that thing, that display's upgraded.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a lot bigger.
I don't know if you can really see, but
hold it up like that so you can see the circumference.
Yeah, see the circumference of the diopter, rear diopter ring. Yeah, it's definitely a lot bigger. Because I think, what did it go up to? It went to a 25 mil lens size.
Yes. Yeah, a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And so that's going to help you guys, especially when you're running. It's not, clip-on's not going to make such a big difference because you're going to be having that screen recessed in there anyway.
Yep.
But dedicated and scanning, like helmet mode, having the fuller display in there to be able to see around.
Yeah, and like Jason mentioned, we got to take a look at these products before they got launched. And I will say, this bigger lens definitely makes a difference. There is no issue on visibility in viewing the full display. I mean, once you put it up to your eye, it is there. There is no issues with it. So it definitely works out very good. And that's definitely a big advantage of the new V2s is the bigger lens size. And then also the clip-on function, helmet mountable, monocular, and dedicated scope mount. The all-in 4-in-1 RL25 V2. I guess, what was the price again on that?
These are $3,000.
$3,000. So $3,000, you can have a 4-in-1 unit. Like I said, does all the helmet mount capable, clip-on, dedicated scope, and you can use it as just a standard monocular. And then Jason's got the height set up there.
Yeah, the standard mount is a little bit higher.
So yeah, so the guys that are wanting to get a little bit higher,
maybe a half-inch difference, maybe.
Yeah, especially when they're wanting to clip onto something that we do, like Jason said, we get a lot of questions.
Well, it's like there's 34 mils, so those 34 mils, those scopes will have higher risers on stuff like that. But I know everybody else is kind of like, I want to get as low as I can. If you're wanting to get as low as you can, then you probably need to go ahead and upgrade the mounts to get as low as you can
to the
on
MQD
there,
style.
on the rail.
Yeah. So for the guys that want it higher, the standard mount that it comes with definitely sets the unit up higher. For the guys who want it a little bit lower, I would definitely recommend upgrading to the MQD mount. That one will sit it a little bit lower, but overall, I know for a fact the R25 is going to be very impressive. I mean, it's already impressive out of the box. So we're going to be getting some videos here within the next 2 to 3 days. Hopefully, get some good footage with it, so we can show you guys, get that posted up. But I just know already it's going to be a very impressive unit, so I would definitely highly consider taking a look at it. But in the meantime, Jason's unboxing the new RH25 V2, the new beast. It's definitely been a fan favorite here lately.
My favorite unit.
Yeah, with the version 2 coming out, this one's going to be very hard to beat. It's going to be exciting. So let's get this one unboxed here. This one's going to be the same as the RL25, and as such as the 4-in-1, it still can be used as a handheld, clip-on, dedicated scope, and a helmet-mounted monocular. So let's see what we got here coming out of the box. Let Jason unwrap the goodies.
Yeah, it definitely feels like Christmas for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's such a fanboy. Every time we go out hunting, he's like, hold on, let me get the RH25 set up. So we're self-filming hunts, or he's like, hold on, I got the RH25 back here. I'm like, oh my God, do you sleep with this thing? I think he does.
By the bed, right
Yeah.
from the bedside.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he sleeps with it, but we'll let him talk about that. So just lay it flat, or yeah.
Turn this sucker around, and you can kind of hear me a little bit better.
Yeah, I got a new tan hard case. Man, there's always good things in a hard plastic case. It's either money, gold bars, or a new RH25 V2.
I know. I feel like I should get a pistol out of this thing. Yeah, it is locking.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's.
Yeah, it's not gonna pop open. All right, so we've got our standard here tan case with our instructions.
Infamous instruction.
I mean, there's really not going to be much difference between the RL25. You know, we got our electric plug. We got some hand warmers in here. You know, that eye cup for helmet mounting, you know, we already started in the RL25. But, you know, that one's going to be a lot better eye cup than the one they had in the the V1. So the V2's upgraded. We got our battery cap for other 18650s.
Yep.
That cattail
focus. Hey, those are hard to find. I wonder if that's why they've had them out of stock lately.
Yeah. Yeah, and we got our battery charger, like the dual bay. This dual bay does run on USB-C, if you guys wanted to know. We've got a remote. I mean, I think there is a lot of features that we're going to be able to do with the remote that is in here for like a helmet-mounted unit and things like that. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of applications to be able to utilize that in the field.
Yep. And if we didn't mention, the RL25 V2 is a 25-384 resolution. The new RH25 V2 is going to be a 25-640 resolution unit. So,
what is the millikelvin? There is a millikelvin change, sub 15 millikelvin on the RH25. And if you want to know if there is a difference between these two, there is a difference.
Absolutely. I agree.
Now, is it $1,000 difference?
Between the RL25 and the RH25?
No. The RHV1, the RH25 right now.
Yeah.
And to the $5,000 here with this. If you are going to be using this a lot, I definitely say that 18 millikelvin sensor, I mean, it's just such a clear image looking through it.
Sub 15.
And so the best way, I guess, to describe it is if you guys have looked at thermals that have hues with them, like where you can change the hues, this one has a different hue. It's not that greenish, brownish kind of hue that the regular RH25 V1 has. This one has more of a bluish type tint to it. It's kind of a little brighter looking, I think.
Similar to, I guess, the Bolt TX60C in a way, essentially.
Yeah, I would say there's pretty good similarity in the way that display kind of looks.
The TX60C, I mean, RH25 would be a really good handheld to pair it with.
Yeah, I mean, it is something that is going to be a real big, interesting optic to here. Because I mean, I'll tell y'all, you know, yes, I am a fanboy. Yes, this is awesome. Yes, I really do like this. Jess has one. I have one personally. Our police department had RH25 V1s. We are big fans of this unit just because it can fit any role that you're going to put this thing into. Is it a long range coyote optic? No, but you want to go shoot one at 200, 250? I don't think you'd have any problem 250 yards using it as a clip-on.
No, I don't think so either. As long as you've got the right daytime optic paired with it, you'll be just fine.
Yeah,
250 will be a chump shot.
You know, if you're wanting to shoot past that, you know, this is not the optic for you to be out there shooting with. But as far as capabilities on the hunting aspect, hell, the self-defense aspect alone, like I said, our police department uses them with this thermal with the reflex sights, and now this one being more improved, larger displays. I will say the hands-free capabilities of this unit are going to be a big deal to people.
I agree.
I mean, you've got competing products out there. AGM's not doing their head setup anymore. Knox 18, you don't hear anybody really kind of talking about that one anymore. And this thing, for the most part, aluminum housing. I mean, my version 1 from the very first day of the RH25, I still have it. I've dropped it. I dropped it the first week I had it here in the
I
store,
think,
right on the diopter. It
yeah,
still works.
it's been through some tough days, but like you said, it still works as it should, and no
I
issues
mean,
with
I
it.
mean,
They're
somebody the
stout,
other
they're
day, yeah,
tough.
somebody the other day rented one and then went and bought one.
Yeah.
You know, just because this how sturdy these units are and the versatility that these things are able
It
to
can
do.
be used for pretty much anything you can think of. Anything you want to put it through, it's got to function. It can make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, in this raised mount, so I do know some guys are always wondered about height, and I think adding the QD aspect to that instead of the thumb screws that were on there before, I think that is going to make a difference to some guys as well. I mean,
That's
just
a
if they want
huge
to run
upgrade.
that little higher with some of y'all setups that you'll have on ARs and things of that nature. As far as the clip-on capability, though, just do know with the RL25 and the RH25, this is not set for bolt actions unless you have a rail that's extending out past your daytime optic. There is no rings to hook up to this or anything like that. It is a QD to Picatinny mounting system only.
Yep. So there's no free float design. There's no QR adapters that will work for it. It's mainly like Jason mentioned. Make sure you have a pick rail in front of your daytime optic because it will need to mount to a pick rail in order to work as a clip-on. So yeah, I mean, just make sure you've got a Picatinny rail in front of your daytime optic, and you can make it happen as a clip-on.
Yeah, so I'm curious. You know, we get a lot of tactical guys that are asking about RH25s and reflex sights. You know, I think it is still ideal to have a little bit more magnification past one base. Can you do it with the red dot, seeing into the screen, have a little bigger display? Yes, you could, but it's kind of like you running around looking through a toilet paper roll. You know, it's like, and you're trying to look through that, and
Yeah,
it's a
that's
little
a good
harder.
one.
And I would say one toilet paper roll that's about half the size, depending on your red dot, trying to look down there into another display does get to be a little difficult if you have no magnification. But magnifiers behind that, as long as you kind of get them all lined up, I think that would still be a good option to have some, you know, 1x, 2x, 3x magnifiers behind some of those can kind of help you be able to get that
Make it
magnification
happen.
that you need to be able to use these and kind of those tactical type roles. And we're going to have a lot of fun playing around with it. We're going to get some more footage. I mean, how I did RH25 V1 is we ran it in clip-on mode, and then we ran it in dedicated mode. Then, of course, just run around as just a handheld. I will say that I am going to run the upgraded American Defense setups with the pigtail and American
Go ahead,
Defense.
switch it on over right away.
Yeah, I would say probably in the last, you know, couple of years when the RH25 released, I mean, pretty much 95% or more of our users
They're
use the
automatically
upgraded mount.
upgrading. Yeah, they're going to go to the pigtail and American Defense MQD mount.
Yeah, not saying there's anything wrong with this. It's just that multi-role type deal. I mean, when we did our testing, you know, these mounting systems work so well. You could literally take this from multiple weapon systems. There's one clip-on mode, and I would shoot with that clip-on mode, take it off, put it on another rifle, run it just as a dedicated by itself with no daytime optic, and being able to run multiple zeros with that just by having multiple ADM QD mounts.
Makes it very versatile. You
Leaving
can
the mounts
do
behind.
anything you want with it within, you know, all at once pretty much. You can be binocular, boom, clip it on, dedicated scope, take it off, boom, clip it on. You know, your second gun got a clip on. So yeah, you're running three different setups at once with the same unit. It's
I mean,
very
how many
impressive.
guys do we have ask us, I want something I can use as probably a handheld and as a scope?
All the time. It's I kid you not, it's probably 2 or 3 times a week. What can I use as a binocular? What can I use as a dedicated scope? Don't have the budget for both. I want the unit that can do both for me at once.
And I think it's two different budget points. You know, we got RL25 back now on a V2,
Yeah, and
$3,000.
And then we've got the RL42R, $34.99, and then we've got the RH25 V2 at $499.9. So, got a lot of good options here. Depending on your budget, you know, we can help you out in the mid threes, up all the way up to the fives. I mean, there's something here for everybody. I feel like so. You know, no matter if it's 384, 640. There's a scope out there for you that can do like the box said. It's 4-in-1. It can do 4 different things for you. No matter if it's 384 at 4,000 or if it's at 5,000. So they're both great units, you know. And like I said, we're going to be getting some good footage here with it, so we can definitely show you firsthand on what you're going to be getting.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of excitement here, ending out 2024, and it's going to be a blast here running these new V2 upgraded units. So if you have questions, please reach out to us at fertiletexasoutdoors.com. We can definitely say, yep, give us a call. Come by and see us here in the store. We have plenty of units here. We've got boxes of these things that can ship out today.
Got a big stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to throw a kicker in there. Anybody that watches this video or podcast, I'll give you a free T-shirt on your order. So just let me know your size, and I'll get you that free shirt shipped your way.
And you got those new yoke drags, too.
Yep. And, well, that's going to be a surprise.
I got it.
It's all right. I don't even know what you're talking about anyway. I haven't even seen them. So we got, like I said, mention a free T-shirt in the order. I'll throw a free shirt in there for you. And then, like Jason mentioned, I didn't understand them, so I'm going to throw you in an extra. So, yep. Make sure you mention that in the video.
There'll be extras in here.
Yeah, just don't worry. Just mention that you watched the video of the podcast, and we'll get you taken care of. No problem.
Yep, and thank you guys. And this would be the conclusion of our Hunting After Dark podcast. We'll let Justin close us out here because this is a special episode for us. We've never done something like this before, doing it live. Usually we like to record this and then edit out all of our mistakes. So hopefully we didn't make too many or piss anybody off, I guess.
Here we are. This is what you get. So, yeah, make sure you watch us at Hunting After Dark Podcast on YouTube. Shoot us an email at huntingafterdarkpodcast@gmail.com. Check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts at Hunting After Dark Podcasts. Thank y'all.
Thanks, guys.